Now, I understand that what he did on social media was not proper, but he was telling the truth.
Yes. Right.
He was telling the truth. That this guy came to this program, and if it's true, if it's a lie, tells a lie, that he couldn't even have his office cleaned.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and as you all saw the other day, several images came out showing the living conditions at Bethune Cookman for the students currently enrolled at the university. Well, today we have another student, and he's showing the conditions of the food they're eating. Now, if you all remember one of the videos I posted, a young lady said that they're getting raw food served to them, and that was one of the complaints within the report. Well, check this out.
Keep spraying that coal there, because that odor will drive him to come this way. But his head is coming out. You good? There he's coming out. There he is.
Go.
See him?
Yep. Come
Oh
on. Go.
my God!
Keep spraying that coal there, because that odor will drive him to come this way. But his head is coming out. You good? There he's coming out. There he is.
Go.
See him?
Yep. Come
Oh
on. Go.
my God!
Man, I don't really have any words for that. That's not edible. There's no way that you can expect students to eat that and perform well in school. You know what I'm saying? If that's something that's happened with regularity, then you can expect them to stay silent on that, because in these institutions, a lot of times kids will go to someone on campus with the complaint, and you'll have people with the mentality saying, well, if you can't eat that, then you won't eat anything at all. And so when it gets to this point, it's like, oh man, you airing out dirty laundry. They have problems everywhere. But I'm pretty sure these students try to follow the proper chain of command before going to that next level. That's totally unacceptable. I heard about the 2 hurricanes and everything, and we saw it. I mean, we saw how devastating they were, but there's no excuse for the students to have to come here and still live this way. Now, there's supposed to be a disaster relief fund, when something like that happens. One possible explanation for all of this is that the people responsible for dispersing the funds are rerouting them elsewhere. Another thing that's possible is the funds were dispersed and they aren't going where they're supposed to go once dispersed to the university. And that's seemingly the complaint of those like Coach Prime, Ed Reed, and some others that aren't as prominent, that these funds are being dispersed and there's receipts of them being dispersed, but once they arrive to the university, then they're gone without a trace, and that's what's not cool. Now, Ed Reed, Roe Parrish went on Ed Reed's campus. I'm going to show you a couple of clips from that.
Welcome.
We just went through a powerful prayer over here. And I go with this. For he that hadn't sinned, cast the first stone. Now, I understand that what he did on social media was not proper, but he was telling the truth.
Yes. Right.
He was telling the truth. That this guy came to this program, and if it's true, if it's a lie, tells a lie, that he couldn't even have his office cleaned.
Right.
The facilities are dirty. And this is what he walks into as his first day as a head coach. Now, if it's a lie, tell us it's a lie. But if it's not a lie, then that sounds like that's on your back. So you want to punish a guy for making a mistake, which it was a mistake, I give you that. But if you hadn't made the mistake in your coach career, man, you the best man I ever seen in my life.
You had a parent of a kid speak out on the conditions at Bethune Cookman. She says, "It's so sick." He called out one of the many issues. The dorms are molded, showers aren't working, they are running out of food in the cafe. They can't keep professors, which keeps the kids in college longer because classes aren't available. At a $30K a year tuition, the entire judicial board is rude. They won't take your calls or return emails. Just sickening as a parent. So that's another concern as far as like the lack of professionalism when they reach out, because hey, if I'm sending my kid to college, I want to know what's going on. I want to know why when they're finished and they're ready for the next class in their curriculum, they just have to wait a few semesters before it's available because there's not enough seats available or room available for the classes and everything. And they're losing professors. So I would like to actually hear from some of these professors and what are some of their concerns as far as leaving this institution to go on for other career endeavors and why they're doing it en masse. You know, obviously people take different jobs at different times for different reasons, but if it's happening in bulk and mass and they're not able to fulfill the promises that are in those little pamphlets that they giving out at college day at these high schools, then we need to know why this is happening and what's going on. So when you're not reaching out to parents and then they go pick their kid up to take their kid home for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or something like that, and they just see what they see, but you're not calling to return their call and letting them know the status of anything or briefing them or updating them or even acknowledging their concerns, they're able to formulate their opinions based off what they see. And I think that's what you're seeing. So I don't blame these parents for being upset about this, guys. I think Ed Reed exposed something that needed to be exposed, and now we need to move forward. I mean, if the funds are being misappropriated and not dispersed properly at the government level, then hey, it's time to do something about that. If the school is receiving the funds and then doing whatever they want, you know, playing with it at the top, making the funds evaporating in thin air, and things that were funds that were set aside for disaster relief aren't taking care of what the disaster caused, then we need to hold them to the fire. But at some point, something has to change. One thing, no matter where you are on either side of this, what we do have now is a conversation, and an important one at that. So what are we going to do going forward to enhance this conversation where we can all start to meet in the middle and solve problems? One thing we know coming out of this, right? We have a problem. Now, the issue is people don't agree on which way you go about dealing with this issue. Do you broadcast it? Do you try to keep it on the low? What do you do, right? But at the end of the day, we all know we have a problem within our HBCUs, and going forward, we have to start to work towards a solution, guys. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.